few banelings hitting the ground. Oh, that's not good for those nullifiers. Wow, what a ton of damage against those nullifiers, losing some critical aspects of his force. He's using the blink micro, trying to play keep away, but he's just really having a lot of trouble against this persistent Zerg force.
Oh, and here come an Infestor. He's coming around over here. They have a Neural Parasite ability, which is that mind control, and we can see him mind control that Immortal, and now he is using David Kim's Immortal to kill David Kim's Stalkers.
And a Stalker is controlled as well. A lot of queens have been destroyed. That's very important for the Zerg not to lose those queens, but still, the damage is done. The Zerglings are out. Here comes some more Infestors waddling around the map before quickly burrowing underground. You can see the Stalkers are trying to do some damage, trying to get into the base, see what they can do. It's too many Zerglings, and they're quickly overcome, and another Protoss attack is pushed back by the Zerg.
Ooh, losing 3 queens is a really big deal for Yeon-ho at this point, because he really needs to have those out on the field to give him that extra spawn of larva.
Yeah, he really needs that for his economy. It's very, very important, but you can see the Protoss player here is also teching. Oh, and here come the Zerg moving in, trying to do some damage, but the Photon Cannon is going to keep those Zerglings at bay. They can't get the surround on the Photon Cannon, and of course the probes could join in the fight, and here is the real danger. Colossus are being built on that high ground location by the Protoss, so that's a real threat to this Zerg player.
That's right, David Kim's doing a little sneaky tech up there, building those 2 robotics facilities and making those Colossus out of anywhere that Yeon-ho was able to see so far. David Kim is gathering out in front of his base, but because those Infestors are able to move while burrowed, Yeon-ho knows exactly what David Kim is up to.
Yeah, so he's seen everything that's going on there. He, of course, hasn't seen the Colossus yet. He's been using his scouts on the main base. He doesn't know the threat of the Colossus potentially is even in play at this point, though he could guess. And we can see over here there is a warp prism over here. This is a way that the Protoss player could warp in some additional units. You can see he's hidden it over here for a rainy day, no doubt hoping to just sort of distract the Zerg player and then move in and warp in some additional forces down there. Oh my goodness! Neural Parasite on the Colossus. The Colossus have been mind controlled, and you can see they've been trapped now using force field. They've been trapped by their own forces, and the Colossus are just destroying the Protoss forces. What a great turn by the Zerg.
Using those Colossus to do terrible, terrible damage to David Kim's own army. We can see the Zerglings are now able to surround those Colossus as they finish off their Neural Parasite.
What looked like just a brutal, brutal attack by the Protoss was quickly turned by the Zerg, but you can see the distraction may have worked. While the Zerg were all out in front fighting, there were some additional Stalkers warped in. Meanwhile, this other part of the map, the Protoss are on the attack. They destroyed a Zerg expansion, and it looks like the Zerg are in a little bit of trouble here. They managed to sort of fight back all the threats that are throwing at them, but the economy advantage is really starting to show a key advantage here for the Protoss as they just continue relentlessly attacking. Here the Stalkers just tearing up this Zerg expansion.
So you can see a few Infestors and a couple Queens come into play. We do see that Neural Parasite again coming out and surrounding, taking over. A couple more Stalkers able to finish off that force. We see the Queen is trying to take out the Phase Prism, but it looks like 4 Immortals warp into play, and there's just not much that Yeon-ho-lee is able to do to stop it.
What a huge force. 4 Immortals. And there's the GG. The Zerg player knows that game is effectively done. Good game, he says to David Kim.
What a great game between those 2 players. We saw some excellent micro between Roaches and Burrow, as well as the Stalkers with Blink.
Absolutely. Thanks, everybody, for joining us for this StarCraft 2 Battle Report.